Hello, this is Catherine from Aula Inglés. In this video, what I will be talking about is the Cambridge First FCE Writing Exam. The writing exam for the Cambridge First has two parts, and you have a total of 80 minutes to complete the entire exam. Part 1 is always an essay. So you will always be required to write an essay in part 1. However, part 2, you will have an option of 3 different questions or 3 different writing styles. And these 3 different writing styles could be an article, an essay, a letter, a report, a review, or a story. And you have to choose one of them to write about. So first of all, the essay. In the essay, you are given an essay title and 2 ideas clearly linked to the title. You write an essay giving your opinions about the title using the ideas that are provided to you. You must also add a 3rd different idea of your own linked to the title. The title will be a subject of general interest, so as a result, you do not have to have specialized knowledge about the topic. In this part of the exam, it's very important that the language of the essay is formal. So make sure that you justify all your ideas and that you use the appropriate connectors to link your sentences and connectors, like however, nevertheless, nonetheless, or instead of saying and constantly, use a different connector, such as furthermore, moreover, in addition to this. Also, make sure that there is a clear structure in the essay. So you can choose whether or not to give the essay a title. That's completely optional. In addition to that, the body, so you have the introduction and the body of the essay should consist of 2 or 3 main paragraphs and a conclusion at the end. And in this body of the essay, the 2 to 3 paragraphs, you should make sure that you're giving your opinion and that also you're using the appropriate vocabulary and connectors. Common topics for the essay are the environment, health and fitness, work and employment, friendships and family, money, celebrities. Those are some of the topics that can come up in the essay. Now, part 2 is where you have 3 different questions and you can choose which style of writing you would like to write. So either an article, a letter, a report, a review, a story. First of all, let's focus on the letter. So, the letter or the email is written to respond to a situation outlined in the question, reflecting the appropriate register, so the appropriate person, and tone for the specified target reader. Candidates are asked in this part of the exam to develop and correspond to, for example, an English-speaking friend or a colleague or a potential employer. So that's the person that you're going to maybe have the interaction with in the email or the letter. Now, going on to the next possibility is a report. In the report, you usually have to develop an idea for a superior. The question identifies the subject of the report and the areas which need to be covered. Candidates must provide some factual information and make recommendations, but there is space for them to incorporate their own ideas and experiences. The review, on the other hand, is written traditionally for an English language magazine, newspaper, or website. The main purpose is to describe and express a personal opinion about something which the writer has experienced. For example, a film, a holiday, a product, a website, and to give the reader a clear impression of what the item discussed is like. Description and explanation is absolutely key in this part. And also, you usually have to include recommendations for the reader. Now, the story in this part is very descriptive. So for the story, if you want to choose the story, you must be very descriptive and use lots of adverbs and adjectives. The article, on the other hand, is very similar to the essay. So you're going to be addressing someone, like a teacher or a student, if it's the article. And you have to include all the content that they give you and provide a new point of view of the writer's own perspective, so of your own perspective. The article should be well developed with an introduction and an appropriate conclusion, as well as written in an appropriate form and tone. So if it's formal, write in formal. So that's the writing exam for the Cambridge first.